Hi, I'm Rupert from Meopham Veterinary Hospital, one of the vets here, and we thought we'd make a little video to demonstrate just how hot it can be in a car on a hot day. Every year, thousands of calls come into the RSPCA about dogs in hot cars, and sadly, despite masses and masses of media coverage, we still seem to put our dogs in a hot car. So I just like to demonstrate, sacrifice myself, exactly how hot it can get. Today it's about 23 degrees. It feels okay. There's a nice mild breeze, but I bet it's much worse than that. So I've just hopped in, and we've had the windows open before I got in, just to make it a bit more realistic, like you would be if you've been driving along for a little while on the way to the shops or something like that. And the temperature is already, what, 27 degrees. So it's pretty hot in here, but it feels not too bad. It feels comfortable at the moment. Now, as a person, we're able to sweat really easily. We've got pores all over our skin which can cope with the high heat by sweating and losing heat that way. But you've got to remember, our dogs, they don't have that. They can sweat through their pores a little bit and around their nose a little bit, but that's about it. That's about all they can do to cope with it. So I've now been in here for what, 5 minutes? Been here for 5 minutes, and the temperature is already at 35 degrees, and it is starting to feel pretty uncomfortable. But as I say, I'm in a t-shirt, shorts, and I'm able to sweat. So, but your dog is going to be full coat of hair. Imagine being a husky in this kind of environment. It would be starting to be really uncomfortable. And whereas I'm sat relatively calm, they're going to be in the boot maybe, straight in the blazing sunshine, whereas I'm kind of shaded here, and they're not going to be sitting calm. They might be barking, they might be sort of scratching to get out, so they'll be going to be generating some heat like that as well. To 42 degrees in 10 minutes. That's about the time it might take you to, I don't know, nip to the shops and maybe get caught up chatting to a friend or something like that. And in that time, your dog is going to be in a car at 41 degrees. So, it just takes it home to you exactly how quick it can get this hot. Today it was out, 23 degrees it was out there, and already after 10 minutes, it's like 41, 42 degrees, which is crazy. And at this point, your dog's probably going to be heavily panting, because panting is pretty much the only way a dog can try and thermoregulate. But unfortunately, if you're trapped in a hot car, all you're going to be doing is breathing in and out really hot air. And the very act of panting just uses lots of muscles, use your diaphragm, your muscles in between your ribs, and that just generates more heat. So these dogs are in massive distress at this point, even after 10 minutes. So, what happens is that essentially their body just starts to shut down. Once they start to reach their core body temperature, because they can't thermoregulate, starts to reach sort of 40 degrees, they are seriously in serious trouble. And I'm feeling pretty damn uncomfortable, even though I'm able to sweat. So we're now at 15 minutes in, and the temperature has reached 44, almost 45 degrees in 15 minutes. And this is where it's starting to really, I can feel myself sweating around my eye sockets, feeling really uncomfortable now. And I mentioned that dogs will try and pant and try and cope with it that way. But you imagine if you're one of these brachycephalic breeds, like a short-nosed breed, like a bulldog, a French bulldog, or a pug. Their panting is seriously compromised, so they're really not able to do that effectively at all. So a dog like that, to be honest with you, they're probably in massive trouble by now. So we're now 20 minutes in, and the temperature has already got to 46 degrees. So at that point, realistically, your dog's probably not going to make it. After sort of 20 minutes on a fairly average summer's day in England, and your dog's probably not going to make it in a car this hot for that length of time. So again, you can't emphasize enough that you can't leave a dog in these kind of conditions, you've got to find some other way of looking after them, because it's really starting to hurt now. So we're now, what, 25 minutes in. And I think the temperature has peaked out at 47. And you make that 47 degrees. So it's just kind of tipped under 47. And we've had to switch to another phone because essentially the iPad couldn't cope with the temperature. And I'm not sure I can cope with anymore either. So after what, about 25 minutes, this is the result. A very overheated Rupert.